take the red pill. You go down the rabbit hole and I'll show you how far it goes. The CIA in the 60s, I'm going to cover this history later, they developed the term conspiracy theory for pseudo-intellectuals that get hurt by learned men and women. Everyone's having their water poisoned. Everyone's having deadly vaccines pushed on them. Everyone is having weaponized television aimed at them. Pizzagate is real. Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake. Vegas is as phony as a $3 bill or as Obama's birth certificate. The attacks in Orlando were a false flag terror attack. That's what a false flag is, and we've never had one so open and shut as Oklahoma City. I am the person that popularized the term false flag. Radical Islam is being funded and protected by our government. I'm not bragging, but I am the first guy to officially say it was coming 2 months before it happened. I said they're going to blow up the World Trade Centers, blame it on their asset, bin Laden. It's all on record. And they plan to fly Flight 93, ladies and gentlemen, into the Capitol. But the Air National Guard from the Dakotas on drill in Virginia flew into Pennsylvania and refused orders and fired. The general refused orders, and I was told this by high-level Pentagon. I was told this by Colonel Don de Grand Prix, and they killed him a couple weeks after he was on. He died of a heart attack 2 weeks after being on the show. You think I'm happy that there's about a 98% chance they killed Scalia? Vaccines are a great medical development. The problem is the New World Order runs them and jacks them full of stuff and is pushing way too many of them on people. I mean, what time zone or time warp did I enter, man, where the TVs are watching you, the Pokemon's a drone spy, it's an interdimensional interloper programmed to come in here as a vector to bring in the really bad stuff that's going to destroy us.
I'm not saying the earth is flat, okay?
I don't deny we went to the moon either. I said there's a lot of secret technology there.
And this is not to say that we didn't go to the moon, but I would doubt the government would let you see the actual moon landing, so I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what he told me. That's what he basically said, is they didn't want to show the public really what we had. I never said there were giant wasps living under the UN building and that space aliens live under the UN. But yeah, there's a big secret space program. Everybody knows that. Folks, I've been told this by high-up folks. They say, listen, Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Every major vaccine you look at that deals with virus or attenuated just so happens magically to have all these other weird viruses in it, and it's not an accident. It's the Rockefeller Foundation operation, and we got warehouses everywhere of little boys that can't talk and are in diapers for the rest of their life. You realize you're signing on to a system of murder? Deformed guinea pigs eating the GMO with their testicles growing on the tops of their heads and legs sticking out their side, dragging huge tumors behind them. That's why you got 25-year-old women getting breast cancer at record levels, because you got the breast of an 80-year-old woman. Manson was part of a CIA mind control program. He wrote songs with the Beach Boys. The president's about 2 months into being covertly drugged. Now, I'm risking my life, by the way, telling you all this. Chuck Norris takes on chemtrails. Martial arts legend talks about sky criminals waging war on our atmosphere and our health.
The Las Vegas massacre cover-up. Nothing. The JFK files being declassified. Hitler still alive.
Get ready. Democrats are going to be killing people. A lot of folks. That's the liberals. They want to get you in a dungeon. They want to strap you down and take a buzzsaw and cut the top of your head off like a pumpkin and pull it off and get a little spoon and go, well, you're looking in a mirror. This is one thing I know they like to do. They go, I'm going to eat your brain now. Google has announced the Zeitgeist UN movement's plan to force us into self-contained bubble cities. They know there's a signal being sent by women that is controlling men. So what they've done is they've jacked, this is getting really secret stuff now. They've jacked into women. It's outrageous to have those blood-drinking, bloodthirsty, murderous, communist Chinese, Central Committee, Politburo, dirtbags meet with that vampire Zuckerberg. The most powerful families ruling our world dine on human flesh. Al Gore, it came out in major news back in '99, flies around with a refrigerator full of blood. They got humanoids crossed with fish and stuff. I mean,
half human animal hybrids, and the human part of them was saying, help me, I'm a human.
You see humanoids, they're like 80% gorilla, 80% pig, and they're talking.
We're definitely approaching the singularity because our time is becoming dilated now.
We know they're trying to control the weather. They can nudge it and steer it. I don't know if this was a weather weapon or not, and they're tectonic, earthquake, and volcano weapons. Folks want to talk about the occult with Stan Deyo, and he's a bigger expert on that, as you're noticing, than even on weather weapons, but it's all interconnected. Nick, did you want to comment on the occult and top Democrats admitting they're into black magic? Bill Clinton practices voodoo. WikiLeaks reveals satanic rituals used by White House chiefs and chefs. They built the Canadian Parliament in Ottawa to carry out satanic rituals. And now the Vatican's openly anti-Christian. I mean, it's literally a pentagram. It's upside down. It's an upside-down cross. Pope Francis is an upside-down cross. The Black Pope, the Jesuit general, who's now in control.
What we have here is pedophilia and mind control and blackmail and bribery are all part of how the deep state, which begins with the Rothschilds and the Black Pope, the Jesuit Black Pope, then the City of London, the bank, Wall Street, they use mind control and pedophilia and blackmail and bribery to basically manage the Freemasons, the Knights of Malta, and other secret societies.
Whether you believe in the spirit world or not, there is a mass mental illness that develops in complex civilizations of people falling to an evil computer program. Now, Donald Trump has come out and talked about an Infowars.com article from 3 weeks ago. I mean, we know Trump tweets out Infowars all the time. He's been on the show. He's a listener. But Trump links Cruz's father to JFK assassination. If he is a psyop, he's the most sophisticated one I ever saw. It is an alien force, not of this world, attacking humanity like the Bible and every other ancient text says. But this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence! I don't get into the whole UFO thing. I don't bash those that do, because you can't prove it one way or the other. But I don't see it as a little tinfoil flying saucer landing. It's interdimensional, it's spiritual, it's an influence, like a carrier wave blasting at the earth saying, kill yourselves, kill yourselves, kill yourselves. It's like a psychic message, kill yourselves, kill yourselves. People just panic and give up. Hey man, I just saw flying saucers.
Right.
I'm giving up. And really it's 3 jumbo jets up projecting it down on the ground, and they're up at 30,000 feet. Kill yourselves, hate everyone, destroy yourself. Here she has a large bulge in her pants, appeared to have a very large penis. And we have Joan Rivers, who was a big fan of gays and trannies and everything else, saying, hey, we've already got our first gay couple because Michelle is a tranny. She died a month or so later in a freak medical mishap. They've got secret death panels for veterans. And now they've got a computer called Watson from IBM deciding who gets care and who doesn't. Bill Gates has got his mosquitoes. He starts turning them loose. The UN, in their biological diversity assessment in '96, in the notes, talks about bringing back human sacrifice for Gaia. The elites are killing little kids, drinking blood, torturing people, and they believe they're channeling off-world.
The mega wealthy and the elites are preparing to go off-grid, off-planet.
The globalists believe they're channeling an interdimensional being that has told them if they kill the majority of us, they'll be given godhood and secret technology. They're dressed up like a werewolf, raping and killing children. And I bring this up because this is what all elites end up doing.
We actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who were kidnapped and sent into space on a 20-year ride, so that once they get to Mars, they have no alternative but to be slaves on the Mars colony.
This is exactly what you said 20 years ago. They want to break into a dimension and escape with stargates, and I'm like, Steve, don't talk about that on my show. Now they're on the news every night. Where did you get all this stuff?
When we're talking about stargates, the whole idea of stargates is as old as antiquity.
Well, they admit they're trying to build one at the Hadron Collider. They dedicate it to Shiva. They've been caught doing all these weird mock human sacrifices there. They even admittedly do these ancient Egyptian rituals and things at the Parliament buildings and others. We are totally run by enemies, preparing us down the road to be nuked, shut down, you name it. I mean, we are gone. They are establishing a private corporate world government, and that one of the most important secret meeting houses is the Bohemian Grove. It is basically a gay meeting. I know that when I was there, I was being whistled at and followed around. The reason there's so many gay people now is because it's a chemical warfare operation. I have the government documents. The Pentagon was working on these chemicals and successfully developed what they call a gay bomb. Chemicals they were going to spray on the Iraqis that basically make you have sex with a fence post. I know all of this. I know they're spraying us every day. I know they're spraying my family. The male frogs think they're females now. You're already in a Terminator movie. And the ground troops folks are going to be robots.
All of the investigation is to destroy mankind, which I believe, and I believe the Bible teaches, create an image of the living God, and substitute a Superman, a superhuman, that will be part, if you will, human, or what once was human, with robotics, ultimately to take away all the last vestiges of humanity and have a thinking robot, probably at least energized by human corpses at the beginning. So Soylent Green turns into robot food.
And cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are in control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.
How the pedophiles getting control of
well,
AI?
the TV literally destroys your cognitive abilities and literally causes you to become retarded. It's a cover-up, Paul.
It's completely ludicrous.
And notice who they sent in, MSNBC. I'm telling you, folks, MSNBC sits in big conference rooms in basically military command. Their trendy outfits are uniforms to fool the public. Okay, you know, the cute little shirts and all of it. Literally, folks, they are in military meetings with the CIA, okay? And top government psychiatrists. Subliminal Super Bowl Illuminati secrets revealed. Pop singers admitted to selling soul to Satan. Beyonce invokes urban terrorism in new video.
Government has levels of technology, even involving jump rooms, teleportation, even involving time travel.
I want to see interdimensional travel. I want what God promised us, and I won't sit here and watch Satan steal it. That's the fight. That's the key.
9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job.
What is it going to take to get it through your head? That's why they've sent in Russian sex operatives on me in New York City. And, you know, I don't go get set up by them because I don't want the Russian sex operative. Number one, I don't want to cheat on my wife. Number two, it's not even a big temptation because I realize I'm in a giant war for humanity. I can't be distracted by the Marilyn Monroe lookalike, even though they know that's what is in my mind's eye.
I just want to finish by saying your reputation's amazing. I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed, I hope. And I think we'll be speaking a lot